It's such a pleasure to meet you for this role. I think you were quite extraordinary into embodying the mummy.
Thank you.
How great was it for you to get into costume, to make her as scary as you achieved?
It was quite a process, you know. Every morning we had like, the longest makeup was 6 hours, the shortest makeup was 4 hours. And even before we found that, it was a whole process of 24 screen tests in order to find all the identity, the multiple identity that that the mummy has. No, but it was because you see her in Ancient Egypt, and Lizzie Georgiou, who is our makeup designer, she was just so good, first of all, and her and Alex and all of us, I think, wanted to find something quite special and something that has never been done before. So many movies have been done about Egypt, and we wanted to find something quite unique and different, and then also we needed to find all the 4 or 5 stages in which the mummy regenerates, and that took a while. So 24 screen tests is quite a lot. Usually you do like 1 or 2 for a movie, you know. So that's how we made her scary.
How much did you learn about the mummies of Egypt and the whole history around them, and Amulet in particular?
Yeah, I research a lot about Egyptian mythology and ancient Egypt. I also researched kings and queens in general because I wanted to find the size of her and her power through her posture and her physicality. Because aside from the stunts, you know, because even though she's never been a mummy, even though she's never been a pharaoh, she was supposed to become pharaoh. She was discredited, but she, even more so after she's been discredited, I think she's owning that title, and she becomes one pharaoh like after that, and she walks around very much like a queen. And I wanted to find the royalty about her.
Yeah. Tell us about Tom Cruise and his work ethics. I mean, he's always the first one on set. He's the most hardworking. He's had a long career, but he still takes it as seriously as if it was day one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You know, that's one of the trait that I noticed about him when I first met him, is that he has the enthusiasm of a child, which is beautiful to observe because he loves making films, he loves being on set, and his knowledge is endless, and it's beautiful to see that after all these years that he's been making films, that he still has that sort of fire about, you know, approaching films, and that same joy. That's beautiful to observe. That's beautiful about him.
True.
Yeah.
No, he's a very nice guy.
He's lovely.
Totally.
Did you interview him?
Yes, many times. And he's always the same, you know, professional, lovely, dedicated, loving cinema, which is something that is infectious. As I said, you know, the show, my show, Scoop with Rye, is very watched in Algeria, the whole Maghreb. Everybody's very proud of your success. How connected are you still with Algeria? Do you receive like messages on social media? Do you know about their enthusiasm for you?
Yes, I do. And I get some messages from my family as well, who always tell me when they go back that people are proud of me, which gives me so much joy. You know, I love Algeria, I love my country, and I haven't been back in a while, unfortunately, because I've been really busy with work. But I can't wait to go back and rediscover where I'm from.
Has Hollywood been your childhood dream? Is it something you would have ever imagined would happen so successfully for you?
No, I didn't realize that this was going to happen at all. I'm not just saying, you know, it's true. I went to Los Angeles after my first tour with Madonna. They asked me where I wanted to go, and I did not want to go back to Paris, and we had rehearsed that tour in LA 8 months prior. And I had 2 more months on my visa, and I said LA, just out of, you know, throwing a bottle in the water, see what happens. And I just danced essentially, and then I took classes. I went back to the theater. I went to Stella Adler, and then I just started to see if I wanted to do that, and then I stopped dancing, and I was just acting. And by auditioning, it led me to Kingsman, and then everything else that happened. But it was, yeah.
What have been your favorite films growing up?
Wow, so many different films had marked me and touched me. So many. It's hard to. I grew up watching the Lemony movies. Actually, you know, so many films. I love Jurassic Park. I love Back to the Future. I loved Ghostbusters, and then I loved also Requiem for a Dream, is a movie that I really loved when I was a teenager, and I loved. What else did I like? I loved. so many. The Shining is a movie that really marked me, that I really liked. I loved Jerry Maguire, you know, Risky Business, movie that I really loved.